Hey friend, I'm Brandon Gustafson. I help new and aspiring real estate investors start their assisted living business. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to make sure that your assisted living business is properly zoned for where you're putting that home. Welcome to Assisted Living Investing. Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I want to remind you to get over to the website, assistedlivinginvesting.net. I have my free underwriting calculator to help you through the process of starting your own assisted living business. It's an incredible resource. I get rave reviews for everything about that calculator and how in-depth and well put together it is, and I'm giving it to you for free. So make sure you go and grab that at assistedlivinginvesting.net. Let's jump into the topic for today's video. We're talking about how to make sure your residential assisted living business meets local zoning requirements. So we're going to dive deep into the process because this is one of the most important parts of being able to operate a home, a residential assisted living business in a home in that residential setting. You have to make sure that it is properly zoned. I talk to people about this all the time, and the process of figuring out really is not all that complex. So we're going to dive deep into that in today's video. First, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what a city planner is. So the city planner is a position at the city, and what they do is they look at the city. They typically are going to have like a master planner, and then you're going to have some people underneath them, and they are planning out all of the things like, hey, we're going to put a Walmart in this section and a Target over here and a Lowe's over here, and all of those things. They're kind of building that out. We're going to build residential homes here. We're going to build high density residential homes over here. They plan everything out and try to figure things out for where it goes. And a part of that process is they have specific zoning. So this is a commercial zone. This is a residential. This is industrial. This is mixed use. And they're going to have different areas within the city where you are located. And they're going to be kind of giving you guidance on exactly what that looks like, where things are. Now, in a residential setting, a lot of homes have that residential classification, which makes sense, right? But there are actually different types of classifications in there. So you'll have like an R01, R02, R03, all the way up to R55. I don't know what number, how high they go, but each of those different types of residential zoning would allow for things like, hey, I have a daycare business in my home. Can I do this? I'm starting an assisted living business in my home. Can I do this? So you have to make sure that these types of things are properly zoned and have the correct classification to do it. Now, when you're doing this, you have to start off by talking to the city planner. You want to see if you can find their website. They're pretty good at doing this and giving you an email and a phone number. If not, then call the city's main number and talk to the operator and get transferred to city planning. And you're going to have that conversation with them. You're going to tee it up by saying, hey, I want to start this residential assisted living business. Here is the address. Is it zoned properly for me to be able to run this type of business out of the home? You're probably going to get somebody that has no idea what a residential assisted living business is, because in their mind, they think hotel, apartment style, big building, and they're going to immediately say, we can't do that there. But you need to dig a little bit deeper. You need to go a little bit deeper and have some deeper conversations about that type of business. So you're going to need to dive a little bit deeper into that process and really get to it. If you get to the point where they say, nah, it's just not zoned for that. So the next question is going to be, what is that rezoning process like? And really the rezoning process is going to be different for each state and really each unique municipality. It could be as simple as, hey, here's these forms, you just got to fill them out and say that you're running a business, and then we're going to change you from an R1 to an R2, and that's going to let you run the business. It could be as simple as that, or it could be as complex as, we need to put this on the city council's agenda. We're going to have to put it out for public notice. You're going to have to come in and propose to the city. People could come in and say, we don't want that there, and you're going to be dealing with things like, it could be that complex. I have talked with several municipalities. When I was looking at starting this in Utah, I went and talked to like 15 municipalities in the Salt Lake Valley. And what I found is some of them super easy to get rezoned, very simple process, or I didn't have to do it at all. They were really easy to work with. And there were others where it was like, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. It's going to take you 9 months to get it rezoned. And for me, as a person doing this research up front, it was extremely helpful. So before you get started, when you start looking for homes that you want to convert, if that's the route that you want to go, I would highly suggest that you start this process of figuring out the zoning process 4 different municipalities. And if you're like, I don't have a home in that municipality, just get on Google and search for it and give them an address. It's the easiest way to do it. In a neighborhood that you think would be good, just do that. And then dive deep into those conversations with them to figure out what the zoning process is, the requirements, and what it all looks like. It's going to be the best way to get this big, broad overview of what it's going to take for you to zone that home properly so you can start your assisted living business. Big mistake if you don't do this, because if you get to the point where you're like, oh, I found the house, I got the offer in, buying the home, now I'm going to do the conversion, and then all of a sudden you find that it's like a 9-month process to get a rezone and it's not even a guarantee. Now you've got a home that you can't do anything, well, you can't do assisted living with. So you're going to have to figure something out. You're going to have to figure out a different strategy. You want to do this upfront. First thing, absolutely do this before you do anything else. If you're buying an existing home, it's a little bit easier because you're going to get grandfathered in with some zoning things and things like that. So it's a better option to do that. If you're buying something new, you want to be aware of this and have this conversation early, very, very early in the process. And related to this, actually, the conversation you're having with that city planner is they're going to say, okay, well, now you need to go get an inspection done by the fire marshal. And the fire marshal, what they're going to do is they're going to come in and they're going to tell you, yeah, you need to do X, Y, Z to make this ADA compliant. Here's your occupancy limits. They're going to look at like egress and ways to get out of the home in the event of a fire that are specific to your local rules and regulations. But you want to talk to the fire marshal for that specific municipality. You don't want to go and talk to the main fire marshal in the county. You want to be very specific because each area is going to have different rules. They're going to be able to give you that guidance. This walkthrough by the fire marshal, by the way, it's a 15-minute walkthrough. They know exactly what they're looking for. They know the standards, and they just go through and they're like, yep, here's your list of 10 things you need to do. You got to have fire extinguishers here. This sink needs to be raised up and can't have anything below it, so you can have a wheelchair in it, and the stairs are going to need to have some kind of a stair lift. They're going to be able to tell you that stuff instantly. You're going to have a working list, and that's going to give you an idea of how much it's going to cost for you to get this. So these are the two, like, they go hand in hand. And when you're talking to a city planner, the next question is fire marshal. Like, who are they? What do I need to learn from them? If they don't give you that guidance already, you want to be doing that. So to quickly recap what we've been talking about here in this video, we've been talking a lot about that zoning process, what it looks like, and how to talk to that city planner, who that city planner is, how to talk to them to figure it out, and then how to shift that conversation over to the fire marshal and have them do the inspection to let you know more of the specifics around this, around getting that house ready for you to start your assisted living business. Does residential assisted living sound interesting to you, but you don't know how to get started? At residentialassistedlivinginvesting.net, we are here to help new and aspiring real estate investors start their assisted living business. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with me. This is kind of a fun topic to talk about and something that a lot of people miss. And you, by watching this video, are getting something that most of those people are not. And you are going to be so much further ahead. I want to thank you and ask you to get over to the website, assistedlivinginvesting.net. Get access to that free underwriting calculator. You can purchase the business planning guide, which is going to help you build a solid business plan and help you build really solid underwriting as well to get the funding you need. But the Accelerator course goes super deep into everything we talked about today. Questions for the fire marshal, how to find them. Same with the city zoning and planning, much more than what I did here for you today, and really is going to guide you. It is a 12-week path to ownership, to helping you get to the point where you own and are operating your own assisted living business in 12 weeks, which is definitely possible. I did it myself in that time frame. So you can do it too. I believe in you. I want to remind you, thank you for watching. Remind you to subscribe, like the video, and ring the bell as well so you get notified. We do 2 videos a week. We're putting out fresh content just for you to help you along your investment journey, and remind you as well that it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Just keep going step by step by step. As you keep making progress, I promise you, you are going to be successful. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.